ring announcer, and here he is, Johnny Addy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This feature contest is 15 rounds for the welterweight championship of the world at stake. Introducing the ring officials have been assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The judges, Al Burrell, Frank Forbes. The timekeeper, Fred Abatello. Counting for the knockdowns, Johnny Lobianco, and the referee, Arthur Mercanti. Introducing from Cuba, he weighs 146. He's wearing white trunks. The challenger, Jose Napoles.
A very fine reception for Jose.
From St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, he's wearing black trunks. He weighs 146 and a half. The welterweight champion of the world, Emile Griffith. 15 rounds for the welterweight championship of the world.
Good evening, Emile and Jose. You both know the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. There will be no changes in the rules for this championship contest. We expect you to obey these rules, and I'll be here to enforce them. Please watch your illegal blows, shake hands now, and come out boxing.
The men will wear 8-ounce gloves. The mandatory 8 count is in effect. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. If a man is floored at or near the bell in any round, the count will continue until he either arises or is counted out. And if he arises and is able to continue, then the 1-minute rest period will begin. Apparently, Manny Gonzalez, the manager of Stable, complained a little about the adhesive tape on Emile Griffith's left glove. 15 rounds. Griffith in the black trunks, Stable in white. Griffith has all the equipment that a champion should have. He has a very sharp jab, a good left hook, and a straight right that is a real solid punch. The best punch of Stable is his left hook, but he very often leaves himself open when he tries to throw it. He figures to press Griffith and set a fast pace all the way. Stable has been known to stick out his head as a target and then pull it back. He has very fine reflexes, good hands. Of course, the rounds here in New York, as throughout most of the country, and all bouts are 3 minutes. Griffith got by the guard with that right hand to Stable's chin, as you saw. Has a good uppercut, and it's a very fine body puncher. The referee is Arthur McCanty, one of our best. A little tense here in the beginning of the bout. Stable particularly appears very, very tense. 1 minute to go in round 1. Returning the fire. one is almost over. There's the bell ending round one. We go to the corner of the welterweight champion, Emile Griffith. Facing him head on is his co-manager, Gil Clancy. On the right-hand side is Howard Albert, his other co-manager, and the very popular handler of fighters who has been with Griffith from the beginning, Sid Martin. Griffith has been in 50 fights. He has won 43, lost 6, engaged in 1 no contest, has knocked out 16, and was knocked out once when he invaded the middleweight division by Hurricane Carter. There's no question about Emile Griffith's credentials as a champion. He has been a real fighting champion. He's never avoided anybody, has always taken on the #1 contender. He has won the welterweight title an unprecedented 3 times. The warning buzzer is sounded for round 2. Emile Griffith coming out in the black trunks. Jose Stable in white. Griffith the champion. Stable wants it. Arthur McCanty in the background, the referee. Griffith, as you see him from the back, has the frame of a middleweight, no question about it. See Stable sticking his head out for a target. Stable has never been knocked out. Both are short with those punches. Very wild. Jose is embarrassed. As you can see, has loosened up a lot since the tenseness of round 1. There's a minute left in this round 2 of a 15-rounder. Beating Griffith to the punch. You can just see Griffith biding his time to get in a big right hand or a left hook. Round 2 is almost over. Back to the corner with Jose Stable, who was born in La Maya, Oriente Province in Cuba in 1940. In the corner with him on the left-hand side, as you see it, is his manager, Manny Gonzalez. Facing him head-on is trainer, a former good fighter, Victor Valle, and another man who needs no introduction to you fight fans around the country. He's on the right-hand side, Pat Colavito. Jose Stable has had 28 fights. He has a fine record. He has lost only 2, both of them decisions, and he had 1 draw, so he has 25 victories. He has scored 9 knockouts and has never been stopped. He figures to pick up the pace as the bout goes on, but of course, Griffith figures to do the same thing. warning buzzer is sounded for round 3. Sablé in the white trunks, Griffith in black, and the referee is Arthur Mercanti. Good flurry by Griffith. So far, Sablé has worked well to the body, Griffith to the head. Sablé makes good use of that head as a target and pulling it back. There are 2 minutes left in round 3. Boys get intermittently wild. One minute to go in round 3. The crowd didn't like that maneuver. We're near the end of round 3. There was the best punch of the fight so far by Griffith. The bell.
He needs to build up an extra lead and throw the right hand down the pipe and right into the body.
Coming up to round 5 now at Madison Square Garden. Emile Griffith, the welterweight champion, black trunks, Jose Sablé in white, Arthur Mercanti, the referee. The bout has not been overly spectacular so far, but we're only coming up to the 1/3 mark if it goes the limit. The challenger is now fighting with more confidence. That's Sablé. Griffith, a very slow starter. Sometime during the bout, you'll probably see Sablé go into a southpaw stance, leading with the right hand. Now there's 1 1 minute to go in round 5. Round 5 almost over. There's the bell, and here's Len Dillon.
Don just talked to Gil Claxton during the 5th round, and Gil explained to me that he has been asking Emile to show Jose Napoles more of his jab, to get close to Napoles, and to hit him with combinations. Now, basically, this has been the strategy right along, but Gil wants Emile to press a little more. He told Emile in between the 3rd and 4th rounds not to hesitate and to fight like a champion. Show Napoles that you are the champ. Make him respect you. And every once in a while, drop that right hand down the pipe. So basically, Griffith is fighting pretty much the strategy that was planned before the fight got underway. Don?
Obviously, Len, they're not in any hurry. They realize it's 15 rounds, and they've got plenty of time. Emile has won most of his fights in the late rounds anyway. Now round 6, Napoles, the white trunks. Griffith, the black trunks, for the welterweight championship. Griffith defending. In case you got to your seats late, this is the welterweight championship bout to be followed by the light heavyweight championship bout between Pastrana and Turris, and there's a packed house at Madison Square Garden. 2 minutes left in round 6 of the 15-rounder. Griffith snuck over one of those right hands, as you saw. Now they're battling. Griffith, as you can see, is now turning on the heat. Can Napoles stand up under it? One minute to go in round 6. May be cut around the right eye. There's 10 seconds to go in round 6. There's there's the bell ending round 6, and there's Stable back in his corner. And here's Len again.
Your opinion and get your reaction to the fight so far.
Well, I think it's a very good fight. I think both fighters are giving the best they have. The champion, you have to go along with the champion, though I think Griffin is doing a very wonderful job of defending his championship. Of course, anything can happen between now and the end of the fight, but I think the champion is really looking like a champion.
Sugar Ray Robinson, you're a welterweight champ and a middleweight champ. If you were Stable's manager, what would you be saying to him right now?
I don't know. It's hard to say when you're in there fighting a champion. I guess you'd try one thing after the other, but one thing I just remind him, he's fighting for the welterweight champion. Give it a whirl.
Thank you, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Thank you very much, Len, and you too, Sugar Ray. Round 7 of Madison Square Garden. Griffith seemed to be coming on in round 6. Got in clean. That was a powerful right hand, and it landed flush, as you saw. Round 7, half over. First Stable, then Griffith that time. Griffith is now shortening that right hand with a minute to go in round 7. Stable is not getting that head back out of range as he did earlier, and he's paying for it. He could be tiring a little. Ten seconds to go in round 7. There's the bell ending round 7. Back to the corner goes Jose Stable, the young aspirant to the welterweight championship of the world. And I'm going to ask Len to come in.
John, I think what Stable is trying to do here is to bob and weave and stay as close to the champion as he possibly can, hooking to the body with his powerful left hook, which, of course, is his best punch. As you know, he's a converted fighter. However, on the other hand, Griffith has been trying to time that bend so that when Stable bobs and weaves, he can fire that right hand at Stable's head. One thing I will say for the challenger, he has moved right in at the champion, and it has been 7 good rounds of action. Normally in a fight of this type, the boys will feel each other out in the early rounds. That didn't happen here. They've been going at it hammer and tongs for 7 rounds done.
All right, Len, it's coming up to round 8 now. Emile Griffith, the champion, black trunks. Jose Napoles in white, sneaking one over. We've just been informed that this double championship at the Garden tonight represents a new money gate for Madison Square Garden for boxing. The estimate is about $230,000. Mercante warning Griffith that time. Napoles still working the body whenever possible. Griffith has been mainly a headhunter. And round 8 is half over. It's a 15-rounder. They're not tied up. Less than 1 minute to go in round 8. The Napoles pattern hasn't changed too much. He's still for the body. There's the bell ending round 8. And now let's get a report on Emile Griffith from Len Dillon.
Don, I have the lightweight champion of the world with me, Carlos Ortiz. And the last time Carlos fought here was in 1960 against Kenny Lane for the junior welterweight title. Carlos, if you were boxing the champion, Griffith, how would you go about it at this point?
Well, I tell you, Griffith is fighting a very slow fight. I, of course, will fight my regular fight of boxer-puncher type. Griffith is a little bit slow tonight, that as far as I could see. And I think that I would, with my speed, and I will dazzle him with everything I have.
Quickly, what is Napoles' plan?
Well, his plan is just to keep inside and try not to get hit, get hit with Griffith's best punch, which is a left hook on the right hand.
Thank you, Carlos Ortiz. Back to Don.
All right, Len, just in time for round 9 at Madison Square Garden. The 15-rounder, Griffith, the welterweight champion, in the black trunks. Napoles in white. Very determined challenger with a lot of heart. But Griffith's got plenty of heart, too. The fireworks have only erupted on 1 or 2 occasions so far. It has been a gruelingly hard fight for both of them. There have been no knockdowns. Scoring in New York on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system, but the rounds come out even. just see them starting to put the matches to the fuses on the Roman candles. Stabley determined to wear Griffith down with that incessant body attack. Griffith still going for the head. One minute to go in round 9. At the moment, Stabley is outspeeding the champion and beating him to the punch. Almost over. There's the bell ending round 9. It was a pretty good round for Jose Stabley. There's the mother of Emile Griffith, and she just looks a little bit disappointed now. You probably hear her cheering. Her sharp, shrill voice cuts through the crowd. Emile's cousin is up. He is equally vociferous, sitting next to Mrs. Griffith. They've been through many fights with their relatives. That's Sid Martin applying the ointment to Griffith and giving him a slug between rounds. Gil Clancy trying to get him to speed up a little bit. Gil can be pretty rough on a fighter between rounds when he feels the fighter needs it. And maybe he feels that Griffith needs it now. Our TNT round sign shows round 10 coming up. Arthur McCanty, the referee. It's a 15-round bout. Griffith, black trunks. Stabley in white. Griffith many times, and we have seen him fight faster than this. Stabley told to keep him up. Half over. As they say in boxing, Griffith can't seem to get off. One minute to go in round 10. Griffith, fine left hook got in there, and there's another. Sablé was shaken up a little bit. Seconds to go in round 10. And now let's see what Len has to say.
Archie, I'd like your impression of Sablé's 8th and 9th round in which he raked Griffith with body blows.
I believe that he is doing much better than he did in the previous round, and if he can continue the pace, he stands a chance to gain the championship of the world. But as of the moment, Griffin has been hitting him with some straight right hand that has made him clinch.
Archie, who figures to be stronger down the stretch?
Well, I figure the champion would be stronger down the stretch because he is geared to go 15 rounds, and he has never failed to...
Quickly, what would his strategy be in these last couple of rounds?
Would be his strategy to develop his round.
Righto, Len, round 12 coming up before a packed house at Madison Square Garden. There's Griffith. He's determined. Black trunks. A game Jose Sablé in white trunks, having his chance at the title. Round 12, 13, 14, and 15 remaining, unless we have a knockout. Sablé's never been knocked out. Griffith was stopped by Hurricane Carter, as we told you earlier. A swelling below the right eye of Emile Griffith. A little bit of a knot on the cheekbone. Round is half over. Arthur McCanty talks to Griffith about roughing it. One minute to go in round 12. Sablé at the moment looks none the worse for wear. He took a going over in the previous round, but he's bouncing around pretty good. Griffith definitely has come on in the last couple of rounds. Seconds remaining in round 12. There's the bell. Here's Len Dillon.
John, we have Dick Tiger here. While we worked our way through the crowd, former middleweight champion, Dick, we'd like your impressions of the 12 rounds of excellent fighting that you've seen so far.
This is a good fight, but I think the champion is going to return his part of the match.
If you've been scoring it by rounds, have you, Tiger?
Yeah, I've been, yes.
How would you shade Emile Griffith at the moment?
So far, I think Emile Griffith is on top.
Now, you realize, of course, that Stabley has never gone 15.
Yeah, I realize, yes.
This would make a difference?
Yeah, it will make, but I think he's trying. He's doing very good.
You think he's tiring?
No, he's trying.
Oh, he's trying his best. Do you think he's tiring?
He's not tiring. He's doing very well.
Thank you very much, Dick Tiger, former middleweight champ of the world. All right, Don.
Dick Tiger, always a fine, amiable, gracious gentleman. Here's Jose Stabley coming out for round 13 in the white trunks, Griffith in black. Griffith the champion. There have been no knockdowns, as you know. Arthur McCanty getting them apart. Has not pressed the champion as many thought he would. Possibly after he sampled a couple of Emile's punches, he figured, well, he just couldn't dive in there. This may be the round they coast before the big finish. And now Stabley is having difficulty tying up the champion. In Stabley's corner, One minute to go in round 13. Seconds to go in round 13. There's the bell ending the 13th round. Let's go back to the corner with the young challenger from La Maya, Oriente province in Cuba, who now lives in New York City. His handlers must be a little bit concerned. He's had his big shot at the welterweight championship tonight. He dominated the middle rounds, got off pretty good. But now, I would just guess that things seem to be slipping away from him, although this is certainly unofficial and just an opinion on my part. Stabley did very well up to the 10th round, and then Griffith started to come on, probably because he is a superior hitter and is skated to go over the distance, which he has gone many times. Stabley putting on a fine performance, but I would figure he's got to come on big. Manny Gonzalez giving him a few last words of advice, and here is Jose going out for round 14, and Griffith got there before him. Griffith trying for that knockout. Is definitely tiring. He could put over a big one, we know that. That's always possible in a fight, but at the moment he's definitely tired. But he is very game. As you see Arthur McCanty break them, he takes a good look at each fighter's face and his eyes. 1 minute to go in round 14. As you know, there have been no knockdowns. Seconds to go in round 14 of a 15-rounder. There's the bell. And now let's hear from Len Dillon and Archie Moore.
Archie, you were in Stable's corner just before the start of the 14th round. Now, you overheard his trainer say something to him, Big Valley. What did he say?
Big Valley told me that he was going to let Stable make an all-out drive, do-or-die effort in this fight in order to wrest the championship from the hands of that great Emile Griffith.
In other words, now, what you're saying is that Stable's corner is convinced that he's behind.
They are convinced that he's behind, I believe.
Would you say, then, that in order for Stable to win this thing in the 15th round, he's got to have a KO?
Well, not exactly a KO, but he's maybe a few knockdowns, thrown in, and a definite drive. He's got to definitely win the next round.
In other words, he's got to win this round big.
Big.
Thank you, Archie Moore.
Thank you, Len.
Well, this is the 15th round, and there's the champion whose title, the welterweight crown, is on the line. The challenger, Jose Stable. There are two judges and a referee to decide, and I remind you again, the scoring is on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system should the rounds come out even on an official's card. Holding Griffith against the ropes, but not doing too much. Griffith isn't either. Less than 2 minutes to go in the fight in this 15th and final round. The boys seem to have stood up well under the pounding. We'll have an interview with the winner when the fight is over. And after that, the light heavyweight championship bout with Willie Pastrano and Jose Torres. minute to go in round 15, and this huge crowd of 19,000 is starting to applaud. Seconds to go now. You hear the applause in the background. Only 10 seconds left. It's all over. And the boys say there's no hard feelings. I'm going to get up in the ring to get the winner, and while I'm up there, here's Lamb.
Thank you, Don. Well, it was an exciting fight, and you heard the opinions of experts during the fight as the fight progressed. We heard from Carlos Ortiz. We heard from Dick Tiger, Ray Robinson, and, of course, we had Archie Moore commenting from time to time. The pattern of the fight seemed to be that Stablé started faster than Griffith. Griffith couldn't seem to get on track earlier in the fight. Stablé's bobbing and weaving appeared to disturb the champ just a bit in the early stages of the fight. Stablé had a very good 8th and 9th round in which he worked on the body of Griffith. He pinned Emile in a neutral corner and raked Emile with combos, and then hit Griffith with left hooks to the face. It seemed at this point that Griffith had stopped punching and wasn't digging. And, of course, as you probably have surmised by now, we were working the corner of Griffith, and we could hear Clancy imploring, "Start digging." And now we're going to start digging and stop digging and send it up to Don Dunphy.
Judges and a referee, and I'm going to ask Archie just how he figures it's going to go.
Well, Don, you asked me a question prematurely, of course, but I could see the champion winning in this dynamic drive they put on in the stretch. How do you feel it?
Well, I thought Stablé had the early going and maybe up to round 10, but I mentioned on the air that I thought Griffith came on pretty good, and we certainly don't want to venture our an opinion as to who won, but we just have our thoughts. Johnny Addy is about ready now to give the decision. Johnny, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision. Judge Alburrell scores it 9-5 and 1 even for Griffith.
That's 1 vote for Emile Griffith.
Judge Frank Forbes has it 8-6, 1 even for Griffith.
And Griffith has retained his welterweight championship.
He has it 11-4 for Griffith. Winner by unanimous decision, and still welterweight champion of the world, Emile Griffith.
Emile Griffith has won the championship, and we're going to get him over here. Emile, I want to congratulate you on a very hard-fought, well-earned victory in defense of your welterweight title, and may I say you've been a real fighting champion.
Thank you very much, Don. Stablé gave me a very good fight. It was a very hard fight. I like to fight him again, really.
You came on like a real champion. Many of us thought that Stablé had an edge, say, halfway through the fight, but there wasn't any question about it when you turned on the steam.
Well, he moved his head a lot. His style was a little bit of a little difficult, but I'm glad I came on very strong at the end of the fight and pulled it out.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I want to ask Gil Clancy, your manager, what his plans are for you. Gil, you must feel good.
Well, Don, as you know, Emile's a fighting champion. He can fight anybody, providing the money's right. That goes for welterweights and middleweights.
Thank you very much, Gil. I'm surrounded by photographers here, and so we all get out alive. I'm going to go back to Len Dillon.
Okay, thank you.
Watch it, boys. Don't move. Hold on now.
Thank you, Don. I'd like to repeat the scoring for the benefit of those of you who might have missed it the first time around. Al Burrell scored it 9-5-1 for Emile Griffith. The other judge, Frank Forbes, scored it 8-6-1 for Griffith, while Mercanti, the referee, had Griffith way out in front, 11-4. 9-5-1 for Griffith from Burrell, 8-6-1 for Griffith from Frank Forbes, and Mercanti for Griffith, 11-4. So Emile Griffith retains his World Welterweight Championship by winning a unanimous 15-round decision here at Madison Square Garden. And I'm quite sure you heard Gil Cassidy, one of the co-managers of Emile Griffith, tell you that Emile will fight anybody, middleweights or welterweights, if the money is right. Don?
Well, Lenny.